All right, more Spelljammer. This game is amazingly broken. I started streaming a little bit of it last night. Got some major progress and then hit a kind of nasty crash, but I think the save should be relatively uncorrupted. So we're just gonna dive into that once I get it in the right place here. This game also has some amazing disparate art in different parts of the game. So when we start the game, every time it starts us just kind of at the beginning, even if we have a game to load. But we're gonna get this started. So this should be us in a nautiloid. Oh man, first RPG you ever played. Oh, hippopotamus people. I think I did actually. It did say like a large blue hippopotamus-like person. So, don't recall if we had a job yet. I don't think we did. So we were basically just kind of looking around the system to find more work and kind of get magical items. So we need to level up to get enough reputation so that the Lord of Waterdeep will invite us to start the main quest of the game. And so we're not there yet. So every time you dock, you need to pay your taxes. If you don't pay the exact amount of taxes that they ask for, they'll confiscate 100% of your gold and all of your cargo, which is fantastic. So we always pay our taxes. And then we're going to go to the best place in the game, which is Rick's Alehouse. Because Rick's is always here, drinking a whole bottle of wine. I think he kind of gave up on using the glass and he's just been drinking out of the bottle, actually. Right, two huge and well-dressed lizard men are seeking passage to Garden. They approach you and ask for passage. They seem very arrogant and condescending, but they do offer to pay you 2,850 gold pieces for the trip. You'll be paid 2,850 GP upon completion of this mission at Olive Garden. Alright, so we'll take that, and then we'll head out there. Right. That mullet, too. Some of the photographs they used for the people in here are amazing. This guy at the temple with the big T jersey. The harbor master here who looks pretty nervous. He's kind of gripping that counter real hard. I kind of think this looks like Tim Heidecker, but it could also be like the mean lady from HR. There's the weapons shop. This karate guy. And this guy. This is my favorite guy. He looks like a super stoner. It's great. He sells oddities. But nothing that we want right now. I think we should already have long swords +2 for all of our dudes, which is great. Another thing that happened during the earlier play is we had a bug occur where one of our mages ended up with 251 copies of the Burning Hands spell. So we're going to abuse that as much as possible. But we'll see. That might be the cause of the crash, so we might have to fix that at some point. So and then it's such a waste of a great concept, and it's so strange that it was put out by SSI in 1992. It just really fell short of their usual quality standards. So we're gonna go to garden, and then basically, if we were playing this game normally, oh hey, we have an encounter. What kind of ship is it? What we really want is we want to run into the Neogi and their death spiders, because the Neogi death spider is like a great ship, and it should be kind of okay to take over. This is Illithid's mind flayers. We just need to get close, grapple, and then we go into boarding combat. So the boarding combat, I believe, is based on the Gold Box series with a slight graphical overhaul, but it's still using mostly first edition rules. I want to get a plush of that. So the let me know if the music is a little loud. It is absolutely obnoxious, so I have no qualms turning it down. But fortunately, it started us out on this dude. I mean, all of my mages are female, by the way. Something to note about the graphical quality here. And so we get this crazy, we get that crazy lightning bolt sprite. Oh no! There's that crash again. I think they're all female humans, actually. But so we're running into that crash again, which means you get to see me launch all my cheat software, who was donated to the internet by this Justin Moans person. I don't know who that is, but they're very generous. Yeah, it's probably too many burning hands, so let's try fixing that and see if that solves the issue. In the meantime, you get treated to this amazing 3D logo artwork. This is where all their budget went. Spinning 3D logo and a 3D planet. It's priceless. All right. All right, let's load up that game. And let's fix that crew member. I think that was that Lady Arena? No. Madame Mona? No. Julia Valador. Yes. Alright, so let's remove all of these burning hands. So that it doesn't crash. I assume that got set because Burning Hands is the first spell in the list, and there was probably a memory overflow somewhere, or an underflow. I'm not sure exactly how that would have happened, but let's resave it so that we don't have to worry about doing that again. And now we need to go pay our taxes and get a new job from this fella. Alright. It is the same job with slightly less pay. But it's to a closer place, to Colliar. So we will take that job. And then we want to see if we can get any cargo to Colliar, but there is nothing. They have this kind of robust trading interface in the game, where like you can pick up all these different types of cargo, and you can sell them at presumably different rates in different areas. Okay, we grappled. Oh no, is it undead? What do we got? We've got specters, zombies, and a vampire. This is going to be interesting. Oh. That's another crash. Yeah, so it's the that is a nasty crash. We might have to go back to an earlier save. Something must be corrupt here. Fortunately, I've been saving it pretty religiously throughout the game, so we shouldn't lose too much progress. We'll just go back until we find one that doesn't have the broken burning hands. So let's see. Let's check number 10. Oops, that's not number 10. That's the first file in the list. Yeah, so they have this trading system that should be good, except it cuts the sale price of all of your items in half when you sell them. So no matter where you go, even if it's double the price, you can't get a profit, because it's going to be half the price. So you end up with this. Okay, here we are. No crazy stuff on the second helmsperson, Julia Valador. Do we have a job? We don't have a job. And we have no delivery. So we just need to go here and give this one more shot. I have an idea of how we can... I gotta be careful here. Typing in the wrong thing makes them take everything. No second chances for your taxes. Right, you're approached by a wealthy merchant. He has been fortunate enough to be given an opportunity to buy a private collection of rare art objects from Saloon. In order to tender his bid on these items, he must get to Glyth as soon as possible, and he is prepared to give you 3,350 gold pieces if you can get him there quickly. You'll be paid 350 GP upon completion of this mission at Mingabwe on Glyth. Yes, let's do that. So I have an idea of how we can fix it, which is starting a new character and then reloading the save after having started the new character. I think that might fix this problem if we run into that again. But normally spelljamming takes a long time. That's one of the reasons why I have this loaded, is because we can make it take much less time. But we want to check out this combat off the stern. So they're directly behind us. There they are. Oh, that might be a death spider. Be very lucky if it is. Although Neogi are a hard battle to fight. So this was done at a time. I think this is. I think this may be before Eberron. Dark Sun wasn't included because they hadn't come out with Dark Sun yet. They didn't include Kryn in this game, although it's included in the setting in general. Let me just make sure this isn't going to crash. the way they handled it was this is just the one. This is the I believe this is Forgotten Realms with Waterdeep. It's the one central crystal sphere that particular universe is set. And so there's multiple crystal spheres with the different universes in them, including, I think, even the Alcadem or a couple of other ones. Okay, so we've got just some zombies? That's it? It's kind of... Oh, there's a lot of stuff. Ah, no. It's totally corrupted. It's when it reaches the second turn of the party. So we've got one more thing we can try to do to correct that. And hey, if this doesn't work out, I've always got the Broken Land I can switch to for solo Axe-Woman run. At least until Devil Girl. I need to get a party for Devil Girl. Because that fight is impossible without multiple people. So we're gonna... Whoops. I'm gonna hit escape at the wrong time and accidentally exit the game. Alright, we're going to create a new captain. It says it'll delete our player. That's fine. Normally, when you do this, if you're playing this game, if you have any ambitions of playing this game for real, taking a mage as your main character is almost necessary, and choosing lawful good is preferable, because it will affect how your ship is crewed. And so you get with a mage, you get mage, cleric, all mages up to a fighter. If you're lawful good, you get a paladin and a ranger as well. Otherwise, it's like 2 more fighters, and instead of paladins and rangers, you get more fighters. So less overall area of effect firepower. The ranger in this, I think, is neutral good, but it's only if you have a good alignment you get a ranger. But you don't get the paladin unless you're lawful good. So lawful good gets you both picks there. The dread pirate Leif Mitdal has been pillaging space lanes in the vicinity of Koliar. His actions have become a serious threat to commerce on that planet, and merchants there and on other worlds wish for this obstacle to be removed. They're willing to pay you 6,350 gold to find this pirate and take care of him. You'll be paid upon completion at Waterdeep on Toro. So we'll take that mission. That's good. It's going to be a combat mission, so we'll be able to test this right away. We just need to go to Koliar, which is nearby. We don't probably need to increase speed for this, because we'll get there soon enough, and we don't want to go into combat with the speed up, because that makes combat more difficult. Here's Koliar. So one thing I found when I was doing my research and testing for this game is that when you get near a planet, sometimes it won't actually generate the encounter that you need. And the way that you make it generate the encounter is basically by spamming the warp button, the spelljamming button. And you'll get the encounter pretty quickly. So hopefully this is the actual... Yep, it's a pirate. So we know that... Since we know this is a pirate, that's our target. They're flying a squid ship, which is really weird for being a regular pirate. So we're going to try this boarding one more time. We're going to hope it goes well. We can't get this guy out of here yet. Smartly, it puts your fighters in the back. So you get kind of screwed on that. Oh, they hit our cleric. to hit one of our mages. Which, basically what we want to do is we want to get any one of our mages who hasn't been hit already in combat in here, and they'll cast a lightning bolt on... it's 15, and that's all their officers. So we'll take out all their officers. It just ruins them when you hit them like that. Oh no! Yeah. Well, this is probably going to take a restart to figure out what is causing that that issue, since it's a little unstable. So I can either try to restart and kind of boost my characters up to get where I was, or I can switch to some other entertainment, depending on what people want to see. Just let me know what you'd rather look at. I can do this. I can do more Broken Lands stuff. I have a ton. Send them a letter. I'll send them a letter that says, "Hey, you broke your game and you broke SSI's relationship with TSR because of this." This game actually had a pretty detrimental effect on this game. It's actually patched, believe it or not. But this game had a huge detrimental impact on SSI's reputation as a publisher because it was so badly broken. So we'll start a new character to clear out the like save jankiness, and then we'll try rolling back to an even earlier save. Let's see, what do we go to? 9. So let's go to 8. And oh, on save 8 she has it. That's interesting. So when did that corruption start, I wonder? I wonder if it corrupted more save games than the I wonder if it corrupted more save games than just the one that was broken. Or if it's like it could be transferring from one save to the next. Like staying in memory, the kind of this could be another case of the Broken Lands shop, where every time I load the game, okay, save 4 was good, right? Wait, did I just load save 4 or save 5? Save 5. Julia Valador. Okay, she's full up on that stuff. Alright. We have 65,000 gold pieces right now. And we need to have like 250,000, I think, is what we're gonna aim for. The other thing we need to check is what our fighters are equipped with. Short swords +1. So we'll get them new equipment when we go. Okay, somehow I ended up owing a lot of tax here. But that's fine. We'll pay our current tax. We'll go to the pub and ask about work. We have a job? Oh, he wants wine picked up from Anadia and delivered to Garden for 5,000 gold. So we'll do that. Oh, I'm at Anadia. So I must need to go. I had just docked at Anadia, so now I need to go to Garden. Unfortunately, most of the early missions are delivery missions, and those are the ones that kind of level you up. But the good news is that I can, like, if enemy spaceships show up during the missions, we can conquer them for quite a bit of money and experience, which is basically what we're going to do. We do these deliveries, and then if we get ambushed in between, we get to steal those ships. Oh, there's also these excellent photographs of real people in Clive's Den, which I always misread as Olive Garden, but there's Clive the Fearsome, this guy and the blind parrot with his pirate bandana and hospital gown, I guess, having an empty glass. A pair of identical twins dressed in well-tended armor and carrying weapons seek to book passage on your vessel. They nervously confide in you that they have had a misunderstanding with the local authorities and need to leave the planet in a hurry. They will pay you 2,750 gold pieces if you take them to Toril. You'll be paid upon completion at Waterdeep. Yeah, we'll take that. We want to go back to Waterdeep. We also want to get more crew. The more crew you have, the more you have to pay them, and the shorter... I also like that it's a misunderstanding with the authorities on the Pirate Den planet. The more crew you have, the less time your air lasts in your ship before you replenish it. This creepy dude. Do they have anything better than what I have? They have Cutlass +2. I don't think we want that. That's Bill's battered weapons. That's Olaf, I believe. Ringmail +1. We don't want that. I love the juxtaposition of like particularly poor quality pixel art with low resolution digital photographs. It's very strange. Yes, the Waterdeep of the Forgotten Realms. So this takes place in the Forgotten Realms sphere of spacefaring. We're gonna pay our crew, leave orbit, and we'll navigate to Toril, which is where Waterdeep is located. And that usually takes a long time, so we'll just speed things up a little bit. Berserker, you gained a level. Excellent. So when Berserker gains a level, she can study new spells, and it gives you a random level 3 spell. In this case, I got Hold Undead, which is not very useful, because it only affects a single person in this. Unlike other gold box games and the tabletop, where it affects multiple people, you can only affect one person with it. So we're gonna change the name. Back to this, and so then we're gonna see what happens here when we dock at Waterdeep. Pay our taxes, collect our reward. See, that's a good question. I think that sentient undead could qualify as persons, right? Of course. When you get into the, like, you know, what is it, like the skeletons and the zombies that are magically animated, like marionettes? I don't know. Good question though. Oh, excellent. This might be our chance to get that death spider. A Neogi ship has been preying on Anadian shipping for several months. The government of Anadia has found that trade with their planet has become seriously affected and want the players to get rid of the ship so that merchants won't be scared to go there anymore. They're offering 7,300 gold pieces for the destruction of the ship, payable with proof of the kill. You'll be paid on completion at Waterdeep. Hey, Cinotar. Yep, we're wrestling with crashes, recurrent crashes, to try to get this to the end. If we keep seeing crashes on this save branch, we rolled back, I think, 6 saves. But if we keep seeing crashes, I'll probably end up doing some off-stream editing to get onto the main plot of the game without as much difficulty. But we'll see. We'll try this for now. We're gonna go fight some Neogi and possibly fight some more crashes. So fingers crossed that it doesn't freeze on like the 3rd turn of combat. I should probably check that my characters haven't mysteriously gotten extra spells, because that seems to be the indicator that something is going to go wrong. Everybody has normal numbers of spells. Yep. Yeah, the Neogi are the like major villains. Although when I was touring the solar system earlier, I discovered a mind spider ship for sale at one of the ports. Just whatever. Like, yeah, we've got this like evil spider race life draining ship for sale here if you want it. One of the harbor masters also has a painting of the Illithid Nautilus on his wall, which I found a little strange. Hey, check out this cool slaver ship who invade mines, and I love it. They want the players to get rid of the ship so that merchants won't be scared to go there anymore. It did say Anadia, right? Anadian. And we're at Anadia, right? Yes. So, from what I can tell, there's a random chance every time you start warping that it will trigger an encounter. I don't think it actually checks like where you are. There we go. I hit J and it immediately creates the encounter. Also, the Neogi are flying an Elven Man-O-War ship. Although I'm kind of excited about that because the Elven Man-O-War is, I think, a better ship than I have. So we'll see. We'll try to. Come on, grapple. What? They sheared us. Come on. There we go. Grappled. Are those... like... their crew is made of Umber Hulks? 10... 38 Umber Hulks? No, 48. Wow. That's some encounter. That's almost 60 Umber Hulks, I think? 60 Umber Hulks. We're so dead. Oh man, we are so freaking dead. I'm not even gonna try to fight the Umber Hulks with the regular dudes. We're just gonna have our fighters hit these Neogi. Oh, dead. Also, the game crashed. That encounter is insane. 60 Umber Hulks. You can see the, like, let me see if I can get a cursor in here somewhere. But you can, yeah, it's so broken. They got 5 gaze attacks in one, like, turn. And then they killed him once. Oh, man. So that's that. This might take some doing to get playable again. I had done a bit of research, but I guess it doesn't hold up after you do a bunch of missions. So I might set things up off stream and get it to a point where it's kind of stable. Oh man. Yep. 2 games a year, and this is one of them. And when it does this, you can't just click on the X and close the virtual machine, basically, that you're running it in. You have to completely reset your computer and really hope that it boots up properly. And maybe you think, oh, it was the diskettes that I got this on that were the problem. That could have been why this isn't working, or maybe my disk drive didn't read it properly. I remember those days of janky DOS games. But one last thing to kind of show off, which is, so I have proper LAPC1 emulation set up on this system, and for most games it's a real treat. It sounds just great. The quality of the sound, the instrument packs and that kind of stuff. Dark Sun sounds amazing with it. And then there's this game, which sounds so close to the FM synthesis, it's crazy. But this is LAPC1 MT32 type MIDI. It's actually, I think, just slightly louder this way. What's great is, with the game having crashed, it's probably saved. I don't know who died, but it probably saved the person who died, because it does that kind of stuff when it crashes. Oh no, we've still got the job. You'll notice I didn't load a game, and like the stats here are not at all the same. Like our progress is not the same as it was when we were in the loaded game earlier. There's Port Stern. There we go. Here's this same Neogi, and we're in an asteroid field this time for some reason. All right. They're shooting at us. they hit us with small arms. Like this ship is a pain in the ass to fight because you like can't grapple it except for like, there we go. They killed one of my dudes instantly with something. Let's see how magic works on these guys. Are they magic immune? They are not magic immune. But the Umber Hulks have so many hit points, they might as well be. Dead. Dead. Oh, man. Yeah, let's see if we can get these Umber Hulks. Actually doing surprisingly well, considering the fairness of this fight. We might have also accidentally stumbled on the way to solve the problem with the crashes, because it doesn't seem to be crashing. Fingers crossed. My whole party is dead, but at least it hasn't crashed. Look at this! So many Umber Hulks. Oh, we've got a cleric left. I think he's standing on one of the mages. Oh, this is the cleric with no spells because they were the ones spell jamming. Oh man. I'm content having solved the crashing issue. So I'm okay with this slaughter. But Umber Hulks for crew? Umber Hulks? It's crazy. All my officers are dead, and my crew are just getting mauled to death. But I think I might be able to salvage this. In terms of the game, it might take some time to do it though, because I'll need to do a lot of that stuff off stream. One great thing about this, we have the death text. Having lost the battle, your lifeless body lies sprawled upon the deck of the ship. The victors eventually get around to casting your body overboard, where it is consigned to drift endlessly through the void of wild space. In the months that follow your demise, the ruthless Neogi extend their web of control across realm space. The denizens of the various worlds fight valiantly against the encroaching tide, but each city that falls victim to the alien spider people provides a new batch of expendable slaves to do their master's bidding. Eventually, almost 2 years after the anniversary of your capture, the last effective pocket of resistance is wiped out, and the entire system is plunged into a dark age of slavery and bloodshed. So that's the bad ending, which just kicks you back to the title screen. And then you might be like, oh, I'll just hit play game again. And so when you hit play game again, your crew is like all messed up, and they like take some of the conditions. Like, I'm surprised none of these guys are dead, but many of them are injured, which is just bizarre. I don't know what it actually does. I don't know what it actually does and what transfers over. But your gold might be the same as when you died. You might not have the job that you had before. In this case, we do. It's very, very strange. All that kind of stuff. We definitely can't deal with Neogi at this point. So we would need to go get a different job. But I think I need to spend some time testing and making sure the game will run stably and how to correct those issues before I before I dig deeper into it. So I'll probably wrap up the stream in a few minutes. I have one little special thing to show people who came over from Macaw's stream, because I think they'll get a kick out of it. But all right, quit without saving. So one thing I'll need to do here is get this running. And then switch this over to that. So I saw someone mention this kind of in jest on Macaw's stream. Macaw knows where I'm going with this. I need the network. And it's not Quo Vadis. I actually can't get Quo Vadis to run stably enough to play because I can't switch disks. It crashes every time I go to switch disks. But that's something else to diagnose another time. But this is what we want right here. So hopefully it won't be confused by the extra CD-ROM drive I added earlier. The broken game, yes. So what we have, I had to turn this down so much earlier because I was trying to get Quo Vadis to run, and the intro is so loud. It's so freaking loud. Anyway, so we want to full screen this. I think there we go. That looks better. So while I was watching Macaw's frustration, I was setting myself up for some additional frustration, which is the solo Axewoman run, which, to make it even feasible, I went and got this stuff. So I was clicking on that fountain forever, and it's still, like, without using the duping, and without, like, without cheesing the, like, sale stuff, I'll probably do the upgrade stuff in terms of, like, putting a vitality stone or whatever in stuff that I sell, and without invisibility, it's just going to be so difficult. So starting with the top equipment is the only concession I'm going to make there. But there you go. Solo Axewoman. But this would take far more than all day to complete, just because you have to manage the bosses. So much more micro there. So many more clicks. But this is a thing that will happen soon. I've got the start set up. I can easily start right from the beginning and switch these items over to a starting character. So it can happen. It can happen. And for anyone who does want to play this game and avoid the troubles of the very early part of the game, it is probably possible to transfer saves, but I wouldn't recommend trying to play this game as anyone but the Berserker. But here it is. Lots of crate clicking is going to happen because no duping stones from those from the merchants. So you gotta get them out of the crates. But I've got it. It's ready. It's actually Also, it should be a lot more stable in this. Music stopped working on it again, though. I'm not sure why. It could be because there's a second CD drive present now. But this is gonna happen one of these days. So, fixing Spelljammer, getting Quo Vadis set up, and preparing for the marathon Axewoman playthrough. Those are my gaming activities. That scream. There's also where is it? Here's my like supplier save. I'm just missing the yeah, just dumped a title. I'm missing the bow and the glove for the special items. But then that's it. Also, I was checking out some of the stuff like the starting equipment they give you are like really weird. They're like super jazzed up. And just like really strange. Like these are both like, this is one of the starting saves that the game installs from the disc. And it comes with the Berserker comes with like level 3 fire enchantment and a ton of speed. Like, it's crazy. The other thing, the real hard mode is this guy, the Knight. Lowest stats, worst equipment, second lowest gold. But yeah, Axewoman. Solo Axewoman playthrough coming soon. Probably after Spelljammer, if I can actually finish Spelljammer. But right now, I think I'm gonna wrap it up. It is an early morning for me, so I'm going to look for someone to host. Let's see who's on. Macaw's hosting me. Is Sinitar still in chat? Sinitar usually starts around this time. You planning on starting anytime soon, Sinitar? I can give you a host if you are. 30 minutes or so. All right. Any other suggestions for... I'm like starting to slur my words. A little tired. But, any other suggestions for channels to host? One of my follows are up right now. Let's see. How about some shoot 'em ups? I think that'll be a good palate cleanser from Diablo clones and Spelljammer. I think I'll host the 3-2. All right. Thank you for joining, everybody. Sorry the Spelljammer experience was even more broken than usual. I will work on that and get that a little more stable. Probably get to the start of the main plot so that it can be a little better pacing. But I'm gonna bring everybody over to the 3-2 now. So Have a great day or evening or whatever time it is where you are, and I'll see you all later.